Hello everybody, this is Elton, and today I'm going to show you a little bit more about Space Engineers and the mod I made in it called Drone Conquest. So today, well, once this stuff loads up, today I'm going to show you sort of the commands you can put into a Conquest drone and what those commands do. Here we have the help guide that shows up after you start up a game, after just a little bit of time. Here is the location of where you can set up the configuration for your Drone Conquest. Once you launch the game for the first time, that file will appear, and here, let me bring that up. In that file, if you look here, it's going to be in your Space Engineers, in your app data roaming folder. And then you go into storage, and you go to, let's see here, which one would it be? I don't think it's... Yeah, it's this one. Alright, so we go into here and we go to Drone Conquest Settings file. And in here, we can edit stuff like max number of drones per player, max number of squadrons that the mothership can have. It's all set on very low settings right now so that players can actually play the mod. I set mine to 0 so that I can demonstrate how to use the player drones, and that's how you disable Conquest drones. You either set this to 0 or you set this guy to 0. Either way, there will either be 0 squads or 0 drones per squad, and having no squads will never make it so that the mothership spawns, so you won't have a mothership either. Alright, so moving on from that, in my case, a mothership is here, but it's going to fly far, far away, so we're not going to have to worry about that guy. And the lag that you guys are noticing is actually because I'm streaming this from my other laptop, so I can run all of the, so I can actually run the game on my other laptop. It makes the game run smoother and doesn't lag so much. I mean, it's a little choppier on this screen, but I don't have the recording software and everything on my other laptop, so you know, we'll just have to make do. I'm gonna spawn in a player drone, or actually first I'm gonna spawn in a ship so that I can control the drone without having to fly up to it, because all the drones that I have here have antennas. Drones don't have to have antennas. You can put an antenna or a beacon on them if you want to see their amount of health, but if you don't put either, then the drone will still work. You just won't be able to communicate with it or give it orders or really ever reach it again after you set it up. So make sure you have an antenna on it with proper range. We're going to go to drone. Oh, no, wrong ship. Alright, so now that I'm in this ship, I have to set everything to my ownership. If I don't set the ownership to me, my drone will murder this ship. Like at least something on this ship has to belong to me. Okay? Otherwise it's gonna, you'll see. Alright, so now that I have my ship set up, I'm gonna throw down a drone. Now the performance is actually extremely good on the laptop that I'm running this from. So I don't have any lag from there. It's just the update from streaming it. So here we have this drone, and we'll put down this drone. They do avoid hitting other objects and stuff. They have avoiding built into their navigation. So now I gotta set my antenna here, and I'm gonna mess with these drones now. So we got, let's see, DRONE, get to the drone. The way I built these drones is if you build them initially and they just have this colon antenna at the end, then that will be activated with an antenna as their broadcasting method. It doesn't have to be there. And there's another way here. That works the exact same. But we're going to give this drone an order. and we're gonna say sentry. We don't have to put a closing octothorpe, but we can. So we're going to. Now, since I gave that drone that order, we're gonna fly away, and we're gonna see that one of the drones is not gonna be following me anymore. That drone is gonna be sitting in that area, and it's never gonna leave that area unless I go back to it and I change its settings. And I told it to sentry there, so it's never going to leave that area. It's always just going to guard that zone. If I have any ships or anything there, then that drone's going to protect them, and it's going to protect them well. I mean, unless some conquest drones come up and kill it, you have a pretty good chance that it's going to protect your stuff against other players, at least. Alright, so now I'm going to show you, let's see here. We'll go to K. Those two drones are engaging the mothership. Fuck. Is that the mothership? I can't tell. Let me fly up to it. Oh. Well, it's gone. Whatever it was. It's probably the mothership, but flew away. It might have just been a leftover drone that was belonging to a player. I don't remember if I made this as a new game or not when I set it up. I don't know why I got out of my ship either. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to show you guys is sort of the formations and how to use those. Shit. Just if I can figure out how to get into a ship again, then I'll get right on that. Alright. So here now I'm going to go to the same ship again. Oh, that drone's no longer in range. This guy is though, because the other drone was sentrying, so it returned to its sentry position. They have a 3,000 kilometer engagement range, and that enemy came within 3,000 kilometers of the drone that was sentrying, so it went off and attacked it. Now we're gonna do drone to find my drone again, and this is the one we didn't give any orders to yet. We're gonna say, what is it called? Mode. We're gonna say fighter mode. This is going to make my drone, instead of orbiting me all far as hell away out there like he is, he's gonna now get real close to me, and he's gonna find himself a nice comfortable spot so that he can stay in formation relative to where I am. And as you see, he's slowed down. What's happening right now is that he doesn't want to hit me, so the avoid code is kind of preventing him from getting too close. However, if you have 5 or 6 drones, they'll kind of pick a different spot all around you, and when you start moving, they'll all start moving towards that same spot relative to you as they picked before. So you'll all fly in formation, which is cool. I guess I can show that real quick. He's 266 away. He's got to gain speed as I gain speed. I'm flying backwards so he can keep up, sort of. But this is just a simple follow, basically. Follow this position that's near my ship. And if I'm flying in this direction, then you're probably going to be pointing in this direction because you're flying towards the position. So I didn't have to work so much with pointing a direction. Now we're gonna get to the fun part here now, where you know, there's other commands I can show you guys, but they're all on the wiki and they're all in that help. So we're going to actually spawn some enemies now, and to do that, we're going to change the live document. That is the settings file. You guys can change it while you're playing, and it'll update in game. So we're gonna do max number of conquest drones per squad 2, and there are going to be 3 squads. How many squads regarding the mothership? 2. All right. No, we should probably get back to 000. GPS, new. Oh shit, we're far away. We're not going to see these drones spawning. Here, I'm going to fly up there and then continue the video once I get closer. So, I found out why there was a red ship in there, even though there were 0 squads. I changed the setting file that was on my computer, not the setting file that was on my remote computer. And it's not lagging at all on my remote computer, by the way. So once I get recording software on that computer, then I'll record using it, but right now I partitioned only like 40 gigs of the hard drive in my MacBook Pro, which is my work laptop. Anyway, I partitioned a little bit of that, just enough to run this game in a smoother fashion, and I didn't actually partition enough to also run the video recording software, so I'll have to figure out some kind of workaround for that. It's whatever. Alright, so I'm going to build some of my drones, and as you see right in front of me, that's the mothership and a couple drone squads with it. That's why there's quite a few drones all together right there. We're not going to chase after the mothership because it's, well, we might. It's just flying around like 8,000 kilometers. Let's see. Alt tab. It's only flying 8,000 meters from the center of the map, so it won't be hard to find if we want to chase after it. Alright, let's see if I can get my workshop to load here. There we go. This is a private ship on my collection. It's my buddy's ship. I just kind of took his cockpit off of it and then put a drone core in it so I could use it as my drone. We're actually probably going to have to go chase after that drone that's way out there so that we have something to fight, because they all flew away, and I'm pretty sure all the drones for this game have spawned. Unless I start killing them, then more will spawn. So let's go after this guy over here. I'm not setting any orders to any of these drones, and right now I can only have 2 because I did not change the number of drones that I can have. So that third drone I made back there, he'll activate once one of these other 2 drones dies, and then he'll fly up and assist us. So like my reinforcement drone, if he doesn't get attacked on his way over to us or while we're engaging already. Alright. Once we're within 3,000 kilometers of this enemy ship, my drones will attack it. And I'll get up close so you can actually see the action of that. Sorry again that I'm not using the other computer to record this, but oh fuck, my drones don't have any ammo, do they? Maybe they do. We'll see. Oh, this is creative, it doesn't matter. This mod does work in survival as well. Absolutely no issue with that. Let me get up close to these guys though. Oh, they've murdered him already. Okay. Actually hitting these drones yourself is pretty hard because they're small ships, but the other drones are all extremely good shots, so they can kill each other pretty easily. Or not easily, but they can kill each other. Where normally it's very hard. We're just gonna go after the mothership. Once we start attacking the mothership, more and more drones will start coming back to assist. For example, there's 5 squads, and 2 of them are guarding that mothership. When we attack one of those squads, that one squad will request reinforcements for 1 more squad to help it. And the squad next to it will also ask for 1 more squad to help it. So we'll have 4 squads basically coming to help us. Once all 4 squads are there, then all 4 of those squads are requesting for 1 more squad to help them. So if our squad limit was higher, then we would instantly have 8 squads trying to destroy us. They'd all be flying from all over the map to get to us, but they'd be assisting nonetheless. And so if you get into a long fight, the growth rate of the enemy fleet is pretty exponential, and you'll be overwhelmed quite fast. But here we go. My drones are definitely well within range of these enemy drones, so these enemy drones broke off away from the mothership, and they're now going to engage mine. But mine are way more heavily weaponized. Dangerous. Alright, where's this guy going? So as you see, one of the drones is shooting in a staggered firing mode and the other one wasn't. Normally they do always shoot in the staggered fired mode, but it depends how long they're shooting at their enemy. It takes them a second to wind it up and stagger it. Here's another drone over there. It's coming to assist. And then these two guys are going to go after this mothership. But this thing is just covered to its teeth in weapons, so they're probably not going to win against it. They're going to try though. They got a lot of missile launchers, so they'll probably do a whole lot of damage to it. Let's see. You can't really see the machine gun fire for some reason. I'm running it in DX11 with like max settings, but it's kind of more like little balls of light instead of bullets. Yeah, look at all those explosions on the back of that ship, dude. This drone's raping the back of that mothership. Just tearing it the hell up. And that's the staggered missile firing rate. It helps a lot with doing more damage, which is pretty fucking awesome. Like, check that out. All that extra damage. It's just one ship. Oh, no, it's two. They're both still alive. Fuck yeah. The other one's, like, lost a couple missile launchers and a wing and stuff, though, I think. Got pretty messed up in that last skirmish. Oh, reinforcement drone is here. He's probably going to take out my drones. Wow, the mothership got messed up. If it got too messed up, a new mothership will spawn, and that one will just be discarded. And by that I mean it'll be left afloat in the waste of space. My drone's still shooting at that mothership. Oop, shit, that drone hit mine, and it's dead. Okay. Well, then let's put down more. There we go, Marcelo's ship. Oops. Control V. Bam. Bam. Oh, right. I have my reinforcement drone already on its way. So now this is my extra drone, because I can still only have two. Oh, wow. Alright, got some lucky shots on my drone, but my drone won. So. Then. Shit, did the mothership get away? Is that what's oh, nope, that's another drone coming to assist. And there's another one coming to assist over there. Since this one. Oh, they're both in combat now, technically. They're both within range. So now there should be two more drone squads. Yep, there's another one coming to assist. And it's within range. It just spawned, actually. Drones can spawn anywhere within the influence range of the Drone Conquest mod. So they'll spawn within, in this case, 8,000 kilometers of the center of the map. Or the drones will spawn 8,000 kilometers away from the center of the map. The mothership will spawn the same, and then the drones will orbit or patrol around the mothership at 8,000 kilometers. So if the mothership's at 8,000 kilometers from the center of the map, the drones can still be 16,000 kilometers away from the center of the map, technically, if they hit like a max orbit position or a max patrol position. You guys will see that as you play the mod more and more. And then here's another drone coming. Anyway, that's how you set up the mod. I showed you the custom text file. I showed you giving the drones commands. You got to make sure that they have antennas, or you can't give them commands. Also, with the drones, one of the big things I kind of overlooked was the ability to turn off the drone AI. When you're in the block, if it's in the order list with all the other orders, it's the on-off order. You turn it off. You might need to re-override the gyros, or un-override them, so you can turn the ship and stuff. But other than that, though, if the drone's off, then you can dock it onto your ship and then warp your ship or whatever. If you run into conflict and you can't jump, then I guess you launch your drones and change that little button on them and activate them, and they'll all fly around and start guarding. So you can actually make carriers a vital thing now. So enjoy. Yep.